not a factor. He was not a factor in any way in this game. I mean, Farnham, even the penalty didn't come out till later. Here's head coach Troy Mann.
Best Line Equipment bringing us our best line of the game. Here's Troy.
How big a relief was it for the team and for him to see him get that goal?
Well, I met with him one-on-one yesterday to reinforce that he's been playing really well, and he's had plenty of opportunities to score, and that if he stuck with it and kept playing the way he was, that eventually it would go in for him. And the bottom line is you got to earn your ice time, and he's earning more ice time, and he deserves a goal tonight. And I thought that line was very effective for us overall, and that's why we put him on the ice in the overtime as well. So if you earn it, you'll get it.
In a way, if roughly factoring all the posts he's hit, he might have 6 goals. In a way, is he more productive than his numbers might indicate at this point?
No, absolutely. I think that if you look at his numbers, you might feel that he's not having an overall great season. But we keep a lot of internal stats. I mean, we're into the analytics, and we go by scoring chances. And the last 3 or 4 games when we post something, he's usually at the top. So from a coaching perspective, he's doing the job, and that's why he's playing well. And normally these scoring chance analysis sheets that we do, when you're at the top with the leaderboard in it, it usually means you're playing a pretty good hockey game. So it was great to see that puck go in for him, because he's had a number of opportunities on the weak side of that power play, and he needs to continue playing that way.
Look at the evenness of this game, the way the wins and losses have gone this month, and now that you're within a point of them, would you consider this one of the bigger wins of the season?
Absolutely. I felt this was an extremely important game for us, just because we've been playing well from a structural standpoint, the systems, and defensively. I mean, the numbers don't lie in terms of where we're at on shots against, goals against, the PK. I mean, those are areas of the game that win championships, but you still need to score goals to win the hockey game. So we've been a little bit snake bitten, and I thought the bench was still good after that goal went in, because you're thinking 50 seconds, you're going to win this 1-0 or maybe a 2-0 game. And I talked to the guys before going out to the third period. I felt it was going to be a 1-0 plus an empty netter. That's what I felt this game was, because they're very stingy. I mean, the stats show that that's how they play as well. So there wasn't much room out there. The neutral zone was clogged pretty good. Both teams had their chances, and both goalies made a number of good saves as well.
Yeah, back to that point on defense and goaltending. I mean, you guys, what's it say about the defense and goaltending when the last 4 games you guys have scored 4 actual goals and recorded 5 out of 8 possible points?
It's great to know that we can play that way, because to make playoffs and make any kind of playoff run, for the most part, you need to play that kind of hockey, and the guys have really bought into that. And it's not like we're not trying to score. We've worked on that, a number of things, from video to practice. Even yesterday we shrunk this zones and started getting small area games going to try to create some offense. So, but as I said to the guys this morning, you can't not all of a sudden open things up, and let those areas of the game suffer just because we're not scoring. And I didn't think we did that tonight. And we could, Kennedy could have had a couple and missed the net and missed some posts, and so you just got to stick with it and believe that at some point you're going to get your goals. And I think as a team, if we can score 3, we're going to win the hockey game most nights. And that's how we're, as a coaching staff, approaching coaching this team in general.
What are you learning about how you got to play this 4-on-4 and 3-on-3? And when you started the OT, it was 3-on-3.
Well, I think that the philosophy is you just try and get as many skilled players as you can out there, and know it's one-on-one hockey. And certainly we've got some good speed up front, and I got Walker out there once, and Gaisley, and CC and Kennedy and these guys. So you're trying to use. You can't use. It's not realistic to use your whole bench, but you try and get the guys that got some speed, because just one little mistake, or you get one step on a guy, and you can have a chance there. And I thought Connor Carrick was awesome in the overtime there as well. So 4-on-4 you played a little bit different. There's a little bit more structure to it, and you work on that. 3-on-3 just becomes a one-on-one type of game, and I hope that you can beat your guy and get some chances.
They score 6-on-5 again from the left point. Is anything going on, or is it just happenstance that it's happened this year?
Well, the goal came from the same area, and you're right. In Wilkes-Barre, it was a little bit of a different play through the seam. I didn't think Casey Weltman did a very good job. He kind of got caught where he didn't see the puck coming through there, and then, I know it was a desperate play to leave your feet, but most times when you leave your feet, for me, it's not good. As a forward, you come out to the point, you've got to get in the lane and front it and move your feet and try and force a perimeter shot or make the guy throw it down the wall. When you start diving, it makes it tougher for the D, and it actually went off of Landry. But we had a couple chances right before that play to get it out. And I'd rather guys not eat it. Just even if you rim it out, it might hit something and not go for an icing. And if it goes for an icing, we can reset. I'd rather reset off a face-off and take our chances instead of scrambling and then hoping. Basically hoping, because it's basically 6-on-5 or 5-on-6, whatever you want to call it. It's just organized chaos. That's all it is.
What was your thought process behind the Cornet scratch?
Well, I thought that Walker played extremely. He only played about 9.5 minutes on Sunday, but I thought he was very effective, and I thought Herbert deserved another opportunity. He is a Washington Capitals draft pick, and we are, as much as we are about winning here, we want to develop our players as well. And he was a kid that's been waiting in the wings, so I thought he'd go in as well. And quite frankly, I just didn't think Cornet was very strong. He didn't move his feet on Sunday, and now he's going to have to wait his turn, because I just wanted to get a little bit more speed in the lineup tonight. And he's got 4 goals, but he's only got 1 goal 5-on-5. The rest of them are all power play, and our power play I think is moving the puck pretty well. So I'd rather have Walker and Herbert's young energy and legs in the lineup, and that was kind of the thought process in making that decision.
Tonight represents the quarter mark of the season. Your broad strokes assessment of the season.
I think overall, obviously there's a couple games that we could have had along the way here, and maybe be in first place in the division. But I think that the team is, in terms of where we thought we'd be when we started, especially once everything settled in Washington and we knew basically what our team was. I think we are the type of team that's going to have to play well defensively, play very structurally sound, rely on our special teams. And I think the categories that we are at the top of the league are going to have to continue. And I just think we got to continue to work on our offensive game, but to say I think we're okay where we're at in terms of what we anticipated coming in after training camp. We'd like to see a little bit more goals, so I thought we'd be a middle of the pack offensive team around that 15 area to 30 teams. We're around 23 now, which is a little bit lower than we need to be, but some of the other categories that we take pride in and know that's winning championships is about, I think we're in good shape right now going into that Thanksgiving day off.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, head coach Troy Mann, very complimentary.